The SS Ourang Medan, or the Ghost Ship as it's famously known, was a ship discovered in Indonesia in the 1940s. In June 1947, a distress signal was picked up by two American vessels and turned out to be Morse code signal from the ship Ourang Medan. The radio operator aboard this ship sent out the following message: all officers, including the captain, dead in chart room and on the bridge. Probably whole of crew dead. Then, after some incoherent messages, we finally get one last statement from the operator being, "I die." That was the last thing ever heard from Ourang Medan. Eventually, a crew located the ship, and when they boarded, they made an unnerving discovery. Everyone on board was found dead, but not just in a normal fashion. Their bodies looked frozen in time, mouths open as if screaming, some hands even pointing at an unknown source. There was no apparent cause of death. As the investigators continued their search around the ship, an inexplicable fire broke out in the cargo hold, forcing the investigators to evacuate the ship immediately. They watched as the ship exploded and sank into the deep sea below, never to be seen again, sinking with any and all information of what really happened on that perplexing day. Many theories of what happened to the crew range from paranormal to extraterrestrial. One thing all the ideas have in common is that whatever happened to Ourang Medan was not ordinary. One such theory suggests that a UFO came in contact with the ship, attacking the captain and his crew, and freezing them in time with their reactions to their grim fates still plastered on their faces. One theory claims the ship was involved with smuggling in hazardous chemicals such as potassium cyanide, nitroglycerine, and even some stocks of nerve agents. The idea goes as so. Seawater must have entered the ship's cargo hold, reacting to the cargo, releasing toxic gas, thus killing the crew. Then the water must have reached the nitroglycerine, causing the fire and explosion. Some people even theorize that the whole incident was made up entirely, as there is no record of a ship named Ourang Medan. We will probably never know the true fate of the men among Ourang Medan, assuming there was even a ship to begin with. There is a great mystery that lays at the bottom of the Baltic Sea. It is a 200-foot diameter circular formation. Some believe it to be a UFO that crashed into the ocean many years ago. It was first discovered by a team of divers who, at the time, were on a search for an old shipwreck when they made their astonishing discovery. The object, however, is not alone, as it has a 300-meter runway leading to the alleged UFO, which makes some people believe that it had crashed into the depths of the ocean. It was described by the divers to look rough-like, claiming they cannot get within 200 meters of the object without their equipment malfunctioning and eventually shutting off. This is a direct quote from diver Stefan Hoggeborn. Anything electrical out there, and the satellite phone as well, stopped working when we were above the object. And then, when we got away about 200 meters, it turned on again. And when we got back over the object, it didn't work. Naturally, there are many skeptics to these abnormal claims, with many different theories varying from an old battleship turret, odd chemical reactions, and some claiming it to be an old World War II anti-submarine device. The divers claimed they found a staircase and a large black hole that leads directly into the center of the object. The team did provide some sonar pictures of the alleged UFO online. Along with the sonar pictures, the divers provided rock samples to be examined by geologists, One particular geologist, Steve Weiner, states that the samples contain limonite and goethite. They are both, to quote, metals which nature could not reproduce itself. Whatever the object might be is still unknown and highly criticized. It might be days, weeks, months, and even years before we get a definitive answer. Or like many great mysteries, it could remain unsolved. The Bermuda Triangle is one of the ocean's greatest mysteries. It is located in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean. Many disappearances have occurred in the Bermuda Triangle. Disappearances are not the only thing reported though, as occurrences varying from paranormal to extraterrestrial have been reported. One of the earliest reports of something going awry in the area was from Christopher Columbus. While Columbus was sailing through the area, he reported seeing a great flame falling from the sky and crashing into the sea. He also reported erratic compass readings after seeing the object falling from the sky, while also writing about a strange light he would see in the sky at night. Flight 19 is one of the most infamous cases. Flight 19 was the disappearance of 5 US TMB Avengers during a training exercise over the Bermuda Triangle. The flight took off on December 5th, 1945, and to this day, it is still unknown what happened to the planes or their crew. Investigators at the time determined that the airmen probably became disorientated, ran out of fuel, and crashed into the sea. On September 25th, 1955, a yacht was found drifting in the Bermuda, the ship intact, while everyone on board were all mysteriously missing and were never found. Many have reported seeing strange things in the sky, some going as far as claiming to have seen UFOs while passing through the triangle. Though the Bermuda Triangle is very famous, it is technically not recognized by the United States Board on Geographic Names, and according to the US Navy, the Bermuda Triangle doesn't even exist. The lost city of Atlantis is one of the greatest tales of the ocean, first mentioned by Plato. The story goes as so. 11,000 years ago, there was an impeccable civilization in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean called Atlantis. It was a great, wealthy, and technologically advanced civilization. Atlantis was home to Poseidon, god of the sea. Generation after generation, Atlantis grew and the people lived lush, marvelous lives, until they began to change slowly. Soon the people of the once great land became greedy and corrupted in their power. When Zeus became aware of how immoral Atlantis had become, him and the other gods gathered and discussed a fair punishment for the people of Atlantis. They decided Atlantis, the people and all its memory, would become swallowed by the sea, never to be heard from again. Now, myth aspects aside, some people do really think there was a great civilization that was swallowed by the sea due to some natural disaster. In 2015, marine archaeologists found 39 ingots of orichalcum. What's unique about this is that the ingots date back to at least 2,600 years ago. What brings people to believe it might be from Atlantis is the fact that Plato described that Atlantis shined with a great red metal orichalcum. He wrote that it was the very desired metal, as it covered the surface of Poseidon's temple in Atlantis. Professor Tusa said, "The discovery is unique and exceptional because it is the first time that we find orichalcum ingots." He also stated, "Nothing similar has ever been found." However, this wouldn't be the first time a lost city was discovered underwater. In the year 2001, a team of underwater archaeologists, directed by Frank Gaudio, found the Egyptian city Heraklion deep in the ocean off the coast of Egypt. To this day, there is a lot of debate and speculation of the existence of Atlantis. Only time will tell if we finally get a conclusive answer.